Well, hey there. I'm Mother Eartha. I tell stories, and sometimes I just talk about stuff. Um, Sometimes folks ask me what I think about something in particular, and so I try to talk about it here. Today I'm going to talk about trouble, since that's a topic of interest nowadays. Now, the highfalutin word for that is adversity, but I'm nowhere near highfalutin, so I'm just going to say trouble. As a rule, most of us do not want troubles, of course. We want to be happy. So there are a few that actually prefer to wallow in trouble, but them aren't normal folks, so we're not talking about them. We can go all the way back to the teachings in the Bible about how we ought to expect that sometimes we'll be faced with adverse times and tribulations, and that trust in Jesus to see us through is the best course of action. Now, in our darkest hours, we hold on to this promise like it was a life raft in a stormy sea. Them what's not got this to hold on to just shake their fists at the sky, which is mostly a symbolic gesture to a God they don't even believe exists. They claim there can be no God because bad things happen, and a good God would not let bad things happen to his children. Now, of course, the unspoken part is if he loved them. Now, other folks believe God is forever punishing them for something they repented for a long time ago. So the truth is somewhere in the middle of those extremes. So let's talk about that. If we're going to use the analogy of the parent-child relationship, then we ought to acknowledge that good parents who love their children do not spare them from consequences for bad behavior. But even more importantly, good parents who care about how their children grow up with good character will also put their children into what might seem like to the kids to be tough learning curves. That might feel unfair even, but these are designed to teach them how to deal with even bigger things that might come their way down the road, and the parents know this. For example, good parents might teach their children how to swim, even if it's hard and scary at first. The kids might gasp and gulp and maybe drink a large portion of the pool, but learning how to swim might save their life one day. Good parents teach their kids how to eat properly, even though kids would rather eat ice cream and candy, and they hate broccoli, but their growing bodies need proper nutrition, even if it tastes bad. The parents know that. Good parents make a sick kid take his medicine, even if the kid feels like he's being punished for it. The parent knows what the medicine is for, even if the kid doesn't want to take it. Good parents make kids do chores and learn how to clean up after themselves, even though kids can spend all manner of energy making messes and suddenly cannot lift their heavy arms when it's time to clean up. Ever see a kid whine and wail because he doesn't want to pick up his scattered toys? Well, to the kid, what the parent is asking is way unreasonable. But the parent knows, but the kid does not. It's a teaching time, a time to learn the hard lesson of responsibility, an attitude that's going to serve the kid well down the road. Good parents do not wish pain on their kids, but sometimes kids have to experience tough love that feels like pain to them to make them understand that they have some growing to do. Undeveloped strengths that need building, spiritual depth that still needs excavating. They have trials and tests and false starts and failures ahead of them, so that one day, all those disciplines and hardships they believed were unjust when they were kids will stand them in good stead and bear good fruit when they're grown. Good parents do not enable their offspring with a debilitating sense of entitlement. Rather, they do the harder thing and pull and tug their naturally self-centered children up and out of that immature state and into fully matured humans, so they will not fall apart when serious trouble falls on them. Good parents don't bless kids with stuff just because they ask for it, because the parent knows the kid won't really appreciate it anyway, and when a bad habit of thinking the world owes them will come back to bite them when they are launched into the scary real world. God is the ultimate good parent. He sees the long view, and he's in it with us for the long haul. We can cry out to him in our need, And of course, some needs are more drastic than others. And so he understands. And he either softens the circumstances or he gives us a glimpse of the long view, of that rainbow at the end, so that we can hold on till the storm is past. Because he loves us and wants what's best for us. It's why we call him Father. Now, if you research the word adversity, you can find hundreds of uplifting quotes about how we ought to see trouble as a good thing to build strong, wise, well-rounded grown-ups. The naysayers would have us believe that the only way we could be happy is to be trouble-free. But history has more than proven that some of the best things added to civilization were born from adversity. A man by the name of Thomas Dorsey, a gospel singer at the turn of the 20th century, and a songwriter, lost his precious wife and newborn son. In his deepest despair, he prayed to God, who then gave him comfort in the words of a song. And this song, all these years, has seen many a sorrowful soul through the hardest of times. We never know, do we? Precious Lord, take my hand, lead me on, let me stand. I'm tired, I'm weak, I am worn. Through the storm, through the night, lead me on. Through the light, take my hand. Precious Lord, and lead me home. Well, till next time.